Let's talk about climate. Climate Week is taking place in New York City, and all week long we'll be looking at key climate issues. Today's focus is going to be on renewable energy, and right now the U.S. only produces 20% of its energy from renewable resources, and only 12% is actually being consumed. So Sarah Pila, is at the Port of Los Angeles to talk about the site's new frontier into wave energy. Very interesting. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Autumn. It is interesting, and especially as you mentioned, how much the U.S. is only consuming a small portion of renewable energy. It is an exciting time to explore emerging technologies. So here at AltaSea at the Port of Los Angeles, this is LA's innovation hub for the blue economy. It's where ocean-related solutions are created through science, business, and education. And what's coming on site here this fall is seawave electricity technology by the private company EcoWave. And the whole purpose to have this wave energy technology on display here is to prove that wave energy is a viable solution as an alternative energy source that could be connected at the Port of Los Angeles and power the surrounding communities. I want to show you some video from EcoWave's infrastructure in Jaffa, Israel. So there are blue floaters that attach to existing man-made structures. They draw energy from incoming waves by converting the rising and falling motion of the waves into clean energy generation, which is transferred into the grid by an inverter. Now, Congressman Nanette Barragan, who represents this district, says the importance of having new emerging technologies like EcoWave at AltaSea will be key to understanding how energy produced by waves can be scaled up and connect to the grid as a power source.
When we see projects like EcoWave that have been tested and have worked in places like Israel and Gibraltar, that we're excited to bring them right here to San Pedro at AltaSea, so that this is the hub of new energy and the alternative forms that we really need to go to get off of fossil fuels.
Ocean waves contain tremendous energy. According to the United States Energy Information Administration, waves off the coast of the U.S. have the potential to generate annually more than 60% of the total electricity that was generated in 2021. EcoWave creates clean energy by installing its technology on existing man-made structures like breakwaters that ironically are built to protect coastal communities from rising seas and storms that are expected to worsen due to climate change. EcoWave CEO and co-founder Ina Braverman says her big vision is to see wave energy become commercialized, as this power generator has lagged behind other renewable sources like solar and wind.
Our ambition is to start with a pilot at AltaSea, but in the end of the day we're interested in the big breakwater in the Port of LA, where we can produce about 15 megawatts of electricity, which is about 15,000 households. This will definitely assist significantly in mitigating or taking down the pollution level from the activity of the port. Unfortunately, ports are very polluting and emitting entities because of the shipping industry. And other than that, California is known to be the state that is very, very advanced in terms of renewable energies implementation. Actually, the number of renewable energy here has tripled since 2005.
Now, at the federal level, the Inflation Reduction Act was a historic investment in climate change, and Congress is investing in research and development projects for alternative sources of energy every year. In addition, the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy says half of the U.S. population lives along our coasts. So wave energy is a viable alternative for renewable energy, along with other sources like solar and wind that could power these communities as we transition to a net zero future. Autumn?
So where is the United States in developing this wave technology? We see that it's possible, but kind of where are we right now? Where do we think that we're going?
Yeah, this technology has certainly lagged behind other renewable sources like solar and wind, and there's many challenges, obviously, because of just the nature of the sea. So first of all, there is a wave energy right now off the coast of Hawaii in partnership with the Navy. There is also a setup undergoing off the coast of Oregon. Now, these are offshore wave energy facilities, so we're talking, a few miles off the coast. Large floaters are in the sea that connect down to a seabed. And so when we think of, storm surge and big waves, there's been a lot of challenge there. Now, EcoWave, what makes it different is that it's not offshore. It'd be here along the coast. It would connect to existing man-made structures. And so if there were to be, really rough seas that wouldn't work for the technology, they would be able to lift the technology up until the storm passes. So we are still in the really early stages of this type of renewable energy. But as I mentioned, the Department of Energy does see it as a viable source. There's just still a lot of research and development to happen.
Well, I can't wait to see where this goes. I know a lot of us are probably very interested as well. Thank you so much, Sarah. Giselle, back to you.
Thank you very much, ladies.